Hi, ladies. Welcome to the Driven Dream Girl podcast. This is your girl, Amber Mellon, and I am here to infuse your day with love and light. So if you are here for it, girl, then ride my vibes. That will most certainly help you get your life. Yes, with your beautiful, bold self. If no one told you they loved you today, Amber Mellon loves you. And if no one gave you a hug today, girl, stretch your arms out wide. Stretch them, girl. Then turn them in and hug yourself, because Amber Mellon just gave you a hug today. And if you are driving, just pat yourself on the back or rub your arm, because you do know that safety is first. And I just want to let you know that you are destined, divine, driven, and determined to do whatever it is that you were called to do. And let nothing get in your way. And now I think we can start the day. Hello, ladies. Good morning. If you're listening to this podcast in the morning with your favorite cup of coffee or hot tea, y'all know I'm a coffee girl, so I do have my coffee to warm up these vocal cords. And if you are watching this podcast in the afternoon, I hope you are having a great lunch. And for my late owls, if you're watching this podcast at night, good evening, whatever time of the day this message finds you at. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are in a good headspace. I hope you are feeling good and excited about this week, excited about this month, and excited about your future, because great things are happening for you. You must believe that, okay? I hope your week is started off to a great week. It's Monday, the 1st of July. And what better way to start this podcast off with starting out with podcast number 2 for the month of July. And I'm so excited to be on here. I'm so excited to connect with you ladies on a different platform. So the message that I want to get to you today for this week that God has been dealing with me with is you can fly. Yes, that's the message for this week. You can fly. Very simple. I want you ladies to be open, to learn to be open to many different forms of information, communication, and guidance that God may give you, okay? It may come in many different forms. And the reason why I'm saying that, because this message, you can fly, actually came to me in a dream. And the message came from the Walt Disney movie, Peter Pan. And I know you ladies are like, what? Yes, ladies, Peter Pan song was all up in my dreams. But it was so powerful. It was such a powerful message. And I was so tickled, that, God, the universe, whoever you believe in, spoke to me in such a way, where it was so simple and so loving and so different, but just using the Peter Pan song. And so in my dream, I had this dream, I think Sunday or Saturday night. Yeah, and the part that was resonating with me and that I could hear clearly in the dream is you can fly, and it's in the movie Peter Pan. And I will leave the link to that video so you ladies can listen to it. Those of you who are following me on Instagram, you're already getting a little snippets of what that message is, okay? But I truly, truly want you to know, ladies, that you can fly. I don't want you to worry about the future. I don't want you to worry about the unseen or what you don't know, or if you don't have the steps A, B, and C. Let God take care of that. But He wants you to know that you can fly. That it's time to really to own who you are, okay? It's time for you to own who you are and not be afraid to stand in your greatness and to stand in your light, okay? This is not a time to be quiet, to play it quiet. There are times when you have to draw back and go within, okay? There are times when you got to take a moment to unplug and to regroup, reassess, look at what you've been doing and figure out, do you need to stay on this path or do you need to go on a different path? There's a time to draw back for healing, There's a time to refresh, regain your strength. There's a time to just get back to you, to fill your cup up so you can continue to pour out to people. I'm all for that, and I practice that myself. You ladies know when you're not seeing me on Instagram, you're not seeing me on YouTube, no social media, I'm not saying anything. A lot of times when you're not seeing me, it's because I'm going within. So I do agree with those moments, in your life where you have to do that. You might have to do that, every now and again. I find myself kind of doing that once a month. I do like to work, and I like to continue on to help you ladies, but I do listen to that voice now when it's time for me to relax and take a step back, and don't feel guilty about it. But in general, this is the time to put yourself out there, okay? If you've been quiet about who you are, if you've been quiet about how you can help people and how you can best serve people and help them with their problems, if you've been hiding your light, if you've not been shining, if you've been, playing it safe and being quiet and shy and not letting people see you sparkle, it's time out for that, okay? It's really time to put yourself out there. When you awaken to who you truly are, you will feel different. You will feel like you're in a different place. And this is true because you are going to that next level in life. You are raising your awareness, you're raising your light, you're learning new things, you're really becoming and tuning in to who God has really called you to be, okay? And who that person is will blow your mind. It will really blow your mind when you let go of those self-sabotaging thoughts, when you let go of those negative thoughts about yourself, when you stop comparing yourself to others and you really get back to you. You really get back to the essence and the core of who you are and who you know you were called to be. Things that you're good at, work that you can create with your hands, whether that be writing, whether that be speaking, whether that be art, cooking, helping others, lending your words of encouragement, anything, any forms of outlets you can use to help others, and in return, it's going to help you create a life you want to live. You cannot create a life you want to live if you don't put your gifts and talents out there to be of service to others, okay? I have found in my life that the more I pour out to others, the more comes back to me. The more I open myself up and show love, the more creativity I get, the more love I get back in return. My life has purpose, has meanings. So if you're not doing this, if you're allowing yourself to get stuck in a rut, then no, you will not be living the life that God has for you. The life that God has for you, that the universe has for you, is one of ultimate love and support from all areas of life. Love from those who truly love you, your family, love from those who you're pouring out to or helping or encouraging, love from from the universe, from your divine heavenly team, love from God. You're so supported, and you're not alone, okay? And you have everything you need to succeed. It's inside you. You just got to pull it out and use it. Sometimes we finally get to a place where we see the tools, we're looking at them, we're trying to read, the manual book and how it works and research, and then, we don't put it into action. But it's time for action. It's a call to action. It's time to pick up those tools, put that handbook down, and really get to work, okay? It's not a time to play small. It's not a time to be quiet. It's really a time to take action and let those gifts and talents that God has blessed you with, let it to really help you create a life that you want to live. If you resonate with this message and you're feeling different, you're feeling like a new you, like a different person, like you're just elevating and trying new things you never thought you'd try before, doing new things you never thought you'd do before, you're in a good place. You're in a wonderful place, because we know that there's no comfort in the comfort zone, okay? And you will feel like a different you because you are becoming what God had put in my heart, the superhero of your own life. You ladies are the superheroes of your own life, okay? And with that title comes new gear and comes a new way of doing things, seeing things, and basically an upgrade into using your talents and gifts, okay? I love Marvel movies. I love, the Marvel, the Endgame movies, the Spider-Man, Batman, all of that. I'm a girl, so I might not be using the correct terms for some of them. But I do love those movies because they have powerful messages in them. And a lot of times for us, the call is bigger than we are. The call on our life, the way that we're supposed to help people and solve problems, when you become aware of this, you understand, that it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you, and it's not about you, it's about helping others. It's about being encouragement to others. It's about giving others strength. By you shining your light, you give others hope and strength to shine their light. So a lot of times when you see a hero in a movie and, they get to this crossroads in life where they recognize, hey, I'm different. I'm feeling different. Things are happening to me that I don't understand, but it all seemed like it's supposed to happen, like it's falling in place. You see those characters have to come to grips with the call on their life and the responsibility, because once you get into this work of using your talents and gifts to help people, you understand that with that comes a responsibility to be accountable. To be consistent, to be there, to be present in your gifts, And so I love watching the Spider-Man movies because I love watching the character evolve from just your average ordinary person to this superhero character to this extraordinary person. And God is taking you from ordinary to extraordinary. You have a new gear to put on. You have a new set of talents. Your intuition is heightened. Your senses are heightened. The way you hear things is heightened, whether that be, through different forms of music, movies, outlet. So much things, creativity and light and love and messages are coming to you, from God, from the universe to help you, to help yourself, and in terms help others, okay? So this is the message for you. Those of you who are listening to this message and make it into the end, this message is tailor-fit, tailor-made for you because it's time to put on that new superhero suit. It's time to put on that superhero gear that God has given you, eyes to see in the darkness, a new, like I said, a new heightened sense of awareness, a strong intuition, supernatural abilities to create a life that you want to live, and He's with you. And so one of the things that I love in these superhero movies is when the person who realizes that they are a superhero and they have finally come to grips with their talents, with their gifts, with their supernatural abilities, and now it's time to figure out how to work the gear, how to utilize the gear. And I love seeing, Spider-Man trying to figure out how to use the gear, trying to figure out how to move from place to place, from thing to thing, realizing his senses, and, trying to hide it from people and only coming out when, help is needed. I just love it. And it's just speaking to me with transformation of women all across the world. It's a time for transformation. We are transforming. God is trying to transform you for the better. He's transforming your mind, like those movie Transformers. I love the movie Transformers because it just shows you how if you take a closer look that things aren't what they really seem, or there's more to what you're looking at than what it seems. And God is going to pull the veil from behind things to allow you to see, to allow you to have that confidence to go after anything it is you want to go after. I know I talk a lot about business, on my channel, but, I am coming to grips with my own call in my life that, I'm speaking to everyone. I'm here to bring help and healing to everyone. So whether you want to start a business, whether you want to be a better mother, whether you want to start something new in your life, you want to, go into education, you want to open up a business, you want to heal yourself so you can get to the point of even being creative. Because some of you women have done your work and you're on this journey trying to figure it out of how to live your best life. You've opened up a business, you're starting school, you're starting cosmetology school, or you're going into education, or you're thinking about it and you want to know, you're trusting God to on this journey to really help you to learn and develop yourself and to be greater than you ever thought. And so you're on the right path. And then some women are too blocked because there's too much bitterness in the way. There's too much hurt in the way. There's too much pain in the way. There's too much unforgiveness in the way. And when you have too much of those type of things that's blocking your heart, it's hard to let the new in when you're holding on to the old. So for those of you who feel stuck, who feel like life is just leaving you behind, like what is your life doing? What am I doing? What's the purpose of my life? I'm trying to find my way. You have to let go of the old so the new can come in. Make peace with whatever you don't understand. Surrender the things that you can't change and work on the things that you can change. So you can really move past the offenses so you can let in the love, okay? You gotta let the old go so you can let the new in. And that's not just for you. That was for me too. That has been the message for me, the beginning of this year, is to let go of the old so I can walk into the new, so I can be my superhero self. Because yes, I have been feeling different, the things that I'm doing and, I never thought I would be doing, a couple of years ago. I'm feeling different and I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling strong. I'm just feeling like a different Amber. And yeah, guys, you are a different Amber. That old Amber is gone. Now, there are some old aspects of myself, like some lessons that I've learned that I will bring into this new phase of life of mine to help me on this new journey, this new path, this new awareness. And that's good. That is good. But I'm just really letting God lead me, really letting my life unfold one step at a time. I don't have all the answers. I can't see and say, that I know all the answers to every problem, but I do trust God. I do trust divine timing, and I know that He has my best interests at heart. And so I am trusting to allow myself to unfold as, God in the universe gives it to me to let it unfold. I hope I'm making sense. Sometimes there's only enough light for one step at a time, Sometimes there's only light on the step you're on. You can't see the next step, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I just wanted to take this time today, Monday, July 1st of 2019. As we get closer to 4th of July, there's going to be a lot of, movies about soldiers in the military and heroes. There's going to be a lot of superhero movies out there. I know the Spider-Man movie is coming out. And if you ladies are watching any of those type of things, this message is so on point and so on time to when you watch those movies and you're looking at these superheroes, who made a big difference. I really hope that resonates with what needs to happen in your life, the change that needs to happen in your life, because you are the superhero of your life. You do need to be the superhero of your own situation. You do have the supernatural abilities to overcome everything that you need to overcome. You do have supernatural gifts, supernatural things, superhero things to help you be that woman that you always knew you could be, to be that woman that you always wanted to be, a woman that is confident in herself, a woman that is sure in her path, in her journey, and where she's going. A woman who is confident to know who she is, to not be afraid, to be authentic, to be fearless, and to know that she doesn't need anyone's approval to do that. Because like I told you before in the first podcast, that you're already great. You were already great before you came down here. You are already signed, sealed, and delivered. God signed, the check on your life before you come down here. You just got to recognize of how to cash in on it, okay? And when I mean cash in on it, to how to open yourself up and recognize the true supernatural being that you are. You are a warrior princess. You are that superhero, that Wonder Woman of your own life. You're making peace with things that you don't understand. You're forgiving others, not letting other people's actions or opinions affect what you do. That's what I mean by being the superhero of your own life. You're not walking in fear. You're making those choices and taking action on those things that the universe gives you, those ideas that he gives you. You're taking action on them, not necessarily having all the resources or all the information to that new endeavor that God has given you, but you're taking action because you're walking by faith. And one of the supernatural your superhero abilities that always resonates in my mind, that God tells me, is the ability to see past what is there. A lot of superheroes can see in the night, or they have, just everything about them is advanced. And God is advancing you. He wants to heighten your awareness. He wants to heighten the vision of yourself. He wants you to fly so you can see the bigger picture, and you can fly and you will fly. And the way to fly is to take action. In that dream of mine, I was flying, and it was so funny. It tickled me because as I was flying in this dream, I had both of my arms out with my fists closed, like a superhero character. And I was just going as high as I could, in the sky. And as I was doing that, I just heard the song by Peter Pan, "You Can Fly." And I was just so tickled. And then there was another part in the dream where I was trying to remember how to fly. And, someone told me in the dream, "Amber, all you got to do is put your hands up and fly." And so basically what that meant to me is all you have to do is take action and leave the rest to God. Stop trying to figure it out. Don't be negative. Keep a positive outlook, keep a positive mindset, watch your feelings, watch your thoughts, and whatever it is that you want, be thankful as if you already have it. That's a practice that I always love to practice. Whenever I pray, I don't ask God for anything. I thank him for it. I thank him for everything that I currently have. And I thank him for the things that I want as if it was already here, because it's coming. So I hope this message has encouraged you today. I hope it's made you think about something in a different manner, in a different aspect, in a different light, to get a different perspective, and to really get, fly so you can see the bigger picture. And not only fly, and to be proud of yourself, and but just to fly so you can encourage other women to fly. I'm still new to this podcast things. I have so much inside that I'm trying to get it out. Sometimes it doesn't always come out fluid like I would like it to. But yes, it's good. It's good to be proud of ourselves and to be this new person we always wanted to be, to have these new gifts and to display, this new superhero suit that we have on. But it's not just for us, it's to help other people. You are here on this earth to advance the planet. You are here on this earth to raise the vibration, the consciousness of this planet to more love and to more light, okay? And the way that we do that is by sharing our light with others, making an impact with others, being positive, being powerful, not dimming our light, but holding it to give strength to others, okay? So that's what I mean by it's not just about us. It's a bigger picture, okay? All of you have a job to do. All of you came in with an assignment. Will you answer to the call? That's always the superhero narrative in these movies is, it was predestined for the superhero to answer the call, but they always have a choice. They always have free will to either answer to the call and take on that new superhero assignment and the gifts and the wonderful things and the mandate, the responsibility, the accountability, everything that comes with it, or they can choose to continue on in the normal everyday world. We're calling to wake up from the matrix, to wake up from ordinary, and it's time to be extraordinary. All right, ladies, well, that's my time. I hope this message has resonated with you. Shout out to my YouTube family. I haven't figured out how to distribute my podcast yet. So YouTube is one of the ways that I'm distributing it, but just big shout out to my YouTube family, my Instagram family, and the Driven Dream Girl family. You can find me on Instagram at _vanity and bellow _. You can also find me at Miss Amber Mellon. That's MRS Amber Mellon. I love you, ladies. Don't forget to love yourself so you can love others. Don't forget to heal yourself so you can bring healing to others. And don't forget to be a light, live in your light so you can share your light. All right, ladies, that's my time. Have a great week. Happy 4th of July. And remember, you are the superhero of your own life. Bye.